Breaking news, everyone! The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. The House has just approved not one, not two, but three direct payments totaling over $77,000 for Social Security and SSDI recipients. We're talking about $1,500, $2,300, and $3,250 coming straight to your accounts, and yes, we have the exact dates. This is not a drill, so you need to know exactly how and when you'll receive these life-changing payments. Before we dive into all the crucial details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because you absolutely cannot afford to miss any updates about these payments. I'll be bringing you the latest information as it develops, so stay tuned. Now, let's get into the details that everyone's been asking about. You might be wondering why we're getting three separate payments instead of one lump sum. Well, this strategic decision was made to provide sustained support throughout the coming months, ensuring that beneficiaries have consistent financial assistance during these challenging economic times. The House has carefully structured these payments to address different aspects of financial needs facing Social Security and SSDI recipients. The first payment of $1,500 is scheduled to hit accounts starting January 15, 2025. This initial payment is designed to provide immediate relief as we enter the new year, but here's something crucial: your payment might come even earlier if you have direct deposit set up. Have you checked your direct deposit information lately? This is absolutely essential to ensure you're in the first wave of recipients. The second payment of $2,300 is scheduled for March 1, 2025. This larger amount was specifically calculated to help cover increased living expenses and utilities that typically surge during the winter months. But here's what makes this payment special: it includes additional support for those who have dependents. Are you caring for dependents? You'll need to make sure your dependent information is up to date in the Social Security Administration system. Now, let's talk about the substantial third payment of $3,250, set to be distributed beginning April 15, 2025. This is the largest of the three payments, and there's a specific reason for its timing and amount. The House recognized that many beneficiaries face significant expenses during the spring months, including property taxes, insurance premiums, and essential home maintenance costs. But here's something many people don't realize: eligibility for these payments isn't automatic. You need to ensure your information is current and accurate in the Social Security Administration system. When was the last time you updated your information? If it's been more than 6 months, you need to review it immediately. One of the most common questions I'm getting is, do I qualify for all three payments if I receive both Social Security and SSDI? The answer is yes, but there's an important caveat: your accounts need to be properly linked, and your information must be consistent across both programs. Any discrepancies could delay or affect your payment amounts. The Social Security Administration has implemented a new rapid payment system specifically for these three payments, using a rolling schedule based on the last digits of your Social Security number. Have you ever wondered why some people receive their payments before others? This systematic approach helps prevent system overload and ensures smooth distribution. These payments will be distributed differently than your regular monthly benefits because they're being processed through a separate system to ensure they don't interfere with your regular benefit payments. This means you need to pay special attention to tracking these deposits. Speaking of tracking, the Social Security Administration is launching a new online tracking tool specifically for these three payments. Have you set up your Social Security account online? If not, this needs to be your top priority right now. This account will be your primary way to track and verify your payments. What about those who receive their benefits through Direct Express cards? Good news: these payments will be automatically loaded onto your Direct Express card on the same schedule. However, there's something important to note: Direct Express is upgrading its system to handle these additional payments. Make sure your card is active and hasn't expired. Now, let's address a concern many people have raised: will these payments affect other benefits? The House has specifically structured these payments so they won't count as income for means-tested benefits like SNAP or Medicaid. Isn't it reassuring to know you won't have to choose between these payments and your other essential benefits? Here's something interesting about the timing of these payments. They've been strategically scheduled to avoid common banking holidays and peak processing times. Why does this matter? It means fewer delays and faster access to your funds. Have you noticed how some previous payments were delayed due to holiday schedules? That shouldn't be an issue this time. Let's talk about preparation. What can you do right now to ensure you receive these payments as quickly as possible? First, verify your direct deposit information. Second, update your mailing address if needed. Third, make sure your My Social Security account is active and accessible. Have you completed all these steps? One question that keeps coming up is about taxation. Will these payments be taxable? The House has designated these payments as special assistance payments, similar to previous stimulus payments, which means they generally won't be counted as taxable income. However, I always recommend consulting with a tax professional about your specific situation. For those with representative payees, these payments will follow the same rules as your regular benefits. If you have a representative payee, they will receive and manage these payments according to the same guidelines. Is your representative payee aware of these upcoming payments? Communication is key here. Let's discuss security measures. The Social Security Administration is implementing enhanced security protocols for these payments to prevent fraud. You might be asked to verify your identity through additional steps when checking your payment status. Don't be alarmed, this extra security is protecting your money. Now, here's something practical to consider. How should you plan for these payments? While everyone's situation is different, I recommend creating a spending plan before the first payment arrives. Have you thought about how you'll allocate these funds? Consider essential needs first, then look at paying down high-interest debt or building an emergency fund. What about married couples who both receive benefits? Here's good news: eligible married couples will each receive their own payments, meaning some households could receive double these amounts. Have you and your spouse both verified your account information? Both accounts need to be up to date to ensure timely payments. What if you recently started receiving Social Security or SSDI benefits? The House has included provisions for new beneficiaries. As long as you were receiving benefits before December 1, 2024, you should be eligible for all three payments. Have you recently started receiving benefits? Make sure your initial paperwork is completely processed. One important thing to note about bank processing times is that while the Social Security Administration releases payments on specific dates, your bank may take 1 to 3 business days to process the deposit. This is normal, but it's something to keep in mind when planning your finances. Have you noticed how long your bank typically takes to process government deposits? The Social Security Administration will also be sending out notices before each payment, but these notices might arrive close to or even after the payment itself. This is why having online access to your account is so crucial. Have you set up email or text alerts for your bank account to notify you of deposits? Finally, let's talk about appeals. The House has established an appeals process for anyone who believes they were missed or received an incorrect amount. However, the best way to avoid needing to appeal is to ensure all your information is correct. When was the last time you thoroughly reviewed your benefit information? These payments provide an opportunity to get ahead on bills, build savings, or address necessary expenses you've been putting off. Have you started thinking about how these payments could help improve your financial situation in 2025? To recap, the key dates are $1,500 beginning January 15, 2025, $2,300 starting March 1, 2025, and $3,250 beginning April 15, 2025. Mark these dates on your calendar and start preparing now to make the most of these payments. If you found this information helpful, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I'll be providing updates throughout the distribution process, including any changes or additional information from the Social Security Administration. Drop a comment below with any questions. I do my best to respond to everyone. Thanks for watching, and I hope this information helps you prepare for these upcoming payments. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to take action today to ensure your accounts are ready. See you in the next video.